Well, Lizzie, I see Nurse Gordon is here.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning,
Good
Nurse
morning.
Gordon.
Doctor will be here shortly. So,
Has
may
he
I
been-
interest you in a little bit of tea?
Oh,
Lizzie.
delightful, thank you. Just what I need.
Oh, good morning, good morning. I am so sorry I'm late.
Hello,
a little
Dr.
tired. I was stuck at a
Byers.
board of management meeting and things got a little bit heated, but it's good to be here.
Oh, hello,
Oh,
Doctor.
my
see
dear
you.
boy. My dear boy.
Lovely to see you. Lizzie and Nellie, welcome, welcome. It's
I've
great. I'm
watched
glad
you
you're here.
grow from a little boy to a very famous doctor. And you know, now he's been knighted.
Yes.
Oh, it's a pleasure to see you. And I'm so glad that William and Tommy suggested you come today.
Oh,
That was
highly
a day I
recommended.
will
We'll be able to
never
cover
forget,
a lot of good ground.
1906.
So.
Your mother was so proud of you.
Oh, well, thank you. So I'll let you have tea, and then, Nurse Gordon, I'm going to give
Oh,
you...
thank you.
Was a spoon of sugar enough?
Yes, that would be
Just take
fine,
this,
Nurse Gordon.
and
Thank
this
you.
as well.
Thank you.
And the hat.
And thank you for the
And
hospitality.
you don't mind if I take my jacket off. I've been
Oh,
wearing
goodness.
it all day, and it's getting very,
Your family.
very old and stuffy. And we're going to be busy anyway, so thank you, Nurse Gordon.
It's so very good to see
The
you.
jacket, the gloves, I thank you very much. And when you get a chance, once we start talking to Nellie and Lizzie about their health, if we can take some notes, it'll be easier for you to, and I can really listen.
Yes,
while
thank
do
you,
that.
sir.
So thank you
I have
very
my
much.
notes.
So how have
Ah.
you been?
Good. It's been busy. You know, the new ward, gynecological ward,
I
Clarence
heard.
ward, has been up and running, and the board of management is busy with that and some other things, and of course there's
Tommy
the-
is so
the
proud of you.
practice also. So.
Oh, thank you, Nurse Gordon.
My Tommy and William have been so busy with the Titanic and the Olympic. I am so proud of them.
Yeah, they see. I don't get there that often at all, but I know everything's at the early stages.
Right,
They
I'm
have
sure
some
you.
wonderful plans. So.
Yes, I'm sure you could see the gantry. That's the.
Yeah.
It's rising up above everything.
It just amazes me too when I forget how young your Tommy is.
Oh.
And to be friendly with somebody who I always look at him as a peer, and I forget that he's 20 years
Right.
younger than me.
Right.
And he's already the head of engineering, and he's also managing
Yes.
the reviews and head of the firm. He's juggling a lot of stuff. So.
Quite a bit. So he's not home very much, but I'm very, very proud of him.
Yes.
Of course, the old saying, behind every great man is a better woman. So I support him.
And your family is our family. And your dear mother founded that wonderful Victoria University for young ladies.
And it's such a blessing that it's still around. And it's, I forget when I look back at that, she took care of me on herself, because
Quite
A
remarkable.
remarkable
father I never met,
lady. My very
passed away
best
young.
friend.
and it was just amazing what she did. And she was about 27 when she opened that school. So
Truly?
taking care of a 5 or
A
6
little
year old
boy,
and
yes.
opening up that school, and her headmistress in her school was a real mentor for
Quite
her.
remarkable, Aunt Lizzie.
So-
And you are remarkable too.
Oh, thank
Absolutely
Oh, I-
taking care of our ladies' health.
Well, I attribute that to my mother. Some hard upbringing.
Well, she has a very wonderful son.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
And how are things with Fanny and your boys?
They're doing well. They're doing well. Geez, John is 6, Roland is 4.
John
and,
is 6 already.
Yeah,
Really?
Frank is 2, and John and Roland like to play in roughhouse a lot, and they're not yet letting poor old Frank come in yet because he's younger, but
Oh.
he's got a strong will, and he's making sure he gets in there. And
Just like his father.
yeah, so it's
And
nice that
your-
they're so close in age. And they're
Your
gonna be-
mother adores them.
Oh, yes.
She does. She does. She somehow she's been surrounded by boys her whole life, except for her school. And I think that's why
Right.
she made the school for girls, just so she could be surrounded by girls. But she, the amount of those young women that end up in professions. And she always wanted to start a school that taught young women the same courses as young men. And there's even a doctor or two that came out of that school. And like her headmistress used to tell her, it's, I think I just block this out all the time. A woman can do everything under God.
I like that saying.
I like it very much.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
so-
love that saying.
I try to impart that on Fanny, but she thinks I'm talking about the household chores, and she gets mad at me.
Oh, I understand.
Fanny and I have been friends for, such a long time.
I know, which is a blessing. So how has it happened that this is the first time you've been in my office?
Formally. Well, I've been having some things happening, and Aunt Lizzie as well, and I would like to have our medications checked, and
Sure.
I thought to address problems that have been coming up as of late, and of course Tommy insisted that I come see you.
Well, he's been worried too, because I don't think you've been married a year yet.
Not
And
even
now
here.
you
We were
have all
just
these-
married in June.
Yeah, so you have all these household, responsibilities that you've never done anything like that before.
No, but things seem to be going all right. I'm quite a bit different, as you know. You remember Mother Barber. I don't rule with an iron hand. Much of my staff is like extended family. Mother does not agree, Aunt Lizzie, as we know, about how would you say, more relaxed ways with the household. But
I'm proud of you, Nellie.
Thank
you
you.
are coming along lovely.
thank
Well, it's
you.
nice to have someone to turn to when you get into a situation you haven't experienced yet, because you've probably experienced lots of different scenarios with people working at the house. And,
Definitely.
and she can be quite a help to you in that.
And I can
that
also
regard.
tell her all about Tommy,
Oh,
when he
yes.
was a little boy. I really hope you can help my dear Nellie.
Well, I know there's a few things going on, and I think one of the things we wanted to deal with today is some of the digestive issues, because I know
I'm having so much trouble, and as of late, I brought my stomach powders with me, and they don't seem to be helping any longer. I have had the staff make things for me that would be easier on my stomach, but which I'm sure you're familiar with, the thing that they all suggest is the invalid toast with the raw beef tea.
Yes,
and I must say, doctor, after I've had that, I feel much worse than before I'd had
I'm
it.
not surprised.
And then the staff, and dear Aunt Lizzie, and please do understand what I'm about to say. She gives the most wonderful parties, but there is so much food for everything. And I know when I stay at Ardara that the breakfast itself, we have sardines on toast, curried eggs, kitchery, and it's just so heavy and filling. You know, doctor, I actually try to find excuses to hide so I don't have to attend
Oh, I can understand
the different
that.
meals of the day.
Well, in your situation, we'll get more information. You're really going to want to start eating more smaller
Yes.
meals, and I think some more vegetables and less of the,
Oh, I welcome
because
that.
there's just, in our diet today, the meat content is a little too high.
It's very high,
And
yes.
from breakfast to lunch to dinner. And
and
of
all-
course, we know there's a lot of changes going on in the United States with new types of morning cereals, and I think that's going to be more of the future, and not to fill up so much.
Right,
Because
yes.
I've been telling her all the time, eat a lot of Irish oatmeal. I'm really
that's
very
a very good
interested.
idea. And this product is really for something else. This is going to be a little more caustic.
I
You need
see.
some things that are a little bit more calming, and I'll make sure of that. In fact, Nurse Gordon, I'm going to give you a little bicarbonate, and in the back is a little bit of, it'll be next to the chamomile, but if you put a little bit of chamomile in that with a touch of ginger, and this way Nellie can sip that while we talk, and it'll calm down this
Sounds
dyspepsia a little
lovely.
bit. Okay.
I'll take that.
So I'll give that back to you unless you want me to
I'll
get
let
rid
you
of that.
hold on to that. It
Okay.
doesn't seem to be doing me a bit of good.
I'm going to put this with the rest, and that will be appropriate for somebody else, but for you, what I'm going to give you today, and this way I'll be able to see how you respond to it in the office,
Right.
and that's going to be be important. And if it works out good, I have enough to give you to take home.
I must tell you, my sleeping in the I cannot seem to get a proper night's sleep due to my stomach upset and my digestive issues. And there's been many a times where I have a lot of pain in the chest, and it feels like I'm being quite constricted. And then there's a burning sensation that's coming literally up from my stomach area up through my chest. Very,
okay.
very uncomfortable.
Well, that makes sense with what I'm thinking this is.
And I'm having to use...
Thank you, Nurse Gordon.
Thank you, Nurse Gordon. I'm having to use plenty of pillows to prop myself up. And my dear husband, dear Tommy, many times I have to go to the guest bedroom because I'm keeping him up.
Yes.
And I will also say that when he comes home, if he finds I'm not feeling well, he's skipping his meals, knowing that I cannot eat a very heavy meal. So he's not eating very much, and I've been keeping him awake a lot. So I'm doing my best. I've gone into the guest bedroom using pillows. I can't seem to lay completely straight on the bed.
Sure.
The burning starts immediately if I'm like that way.
Okay.
I don't feel well.
Has it affected your, when you go to the bathroom at all? Has that changed at all?
Yes. Oh, goodness, doctor. I seem to be having another problem of which I'm sure it's okay, Aunt Lizzie, to tell him. I've been having loose movements quite often. Quite often.
Now, after that happens, do you ever skip a day or two in the bathroom and then it's loose again, or you're having some activity every day?
It's just about every day.
Okay.
Just about. I may be lucky and have a day, and that's the day I come to you and visit you, Aunt Lizzie. But most of the time.
So it seems that, of course, the lower area is being affected, but most of the primary areas seem to be up here.
Yes.
Which goes along with my concern about this dyspepsia. And in those situations, you're going to have symptoms in this area, and that will rise a little bit.
I understand.
Okay? So one of the things that I find very important with that is, again, to greatly minimize the amount of meat and fat content. And I think the oatmeal is a wonderful idea. A lot of cooked and steamed vegetables with
Very good.
little bits of animal protein is going to be very good.
All right.
And also using this drink
All right,
while you're eating. And you want a good breakfast,
All right.
a nice lunch, a little snack in between, and dinner should be very small. So what you're doing right now is fine, because if you eat too much later in the night, you're going to find that you won't be able to lie down at all.
Yeah, and in fact, doctor, I truly find reasons to miss, and which I truly could not leave the residence to go to your dinner. But
Sure.
the dinners at Aunt Lizzie's, your dinner, at home, it's always being served so late, about 8 o'clock.
It is.
That's
When you
too
add
late.
the alcohol to the situation, it's
yes.
a little too much.
Well, all the different wines, and it's just not, it's not
So
agreeing
we'll
with
go
me.
through a few things I think are going to make a big difference. And it sounds like
Thank
all this
you.
new stress is probably affecting that
Oh,
as
I'm
well.
certain.
Because all of a sudden you have a lot of responsibilities,
Yes.
and sometimes Tommy's not there to help you.
That's right.
And that's a lot for one young woman to take
And
care of.
I'm trying
so I
to.
understand that.
I'm trying to run a wonderful household, just like Aunt Lizzie.
You are,
Okay.
dear. You're
So-
doing a very good job.
So I think what we should do is get to the physical exam part. So Nurse Gordon, if you can take Nellie in the back.
Thank you.
And it won't take long, but
Follow there, and I'll come in the back.
All right.
We'll help you get into another dress.
And Lizzie, while they do that, I've had Nellie bring me all your medications. So I put them all in a box. There we go. And we'll go through this more after Nellie's exam.
All right.
But I just wanted to
This is
take
all
a
right.
chance
Doesn't
now.
seem to be, it seems quite big, the gown.
Yes, no, the gown just sits loose.
All right.
So that he can examine. He just wants to examine a few different
I've been getting these from all different doctors, John.
things at the moment.
So I really want you to help me. It's been absolutely dreadful, the things I've been going through.
We're going to address that as soon as I'm
That
done
one has
speaking.
been very, very bad on me. Oh,
In and out.
Oh, yes.
terrible. I will explain everything to you
You know something's wrong.
after you get through with
Am I
Nellie,
prepared
all
for the
right?
doctor?
This is what you're writing.
Yes, that's a bad one too.
Alcohol I'll tell them that you're ready.
All right.
Okay?
Yes,
That
thank
one
you.
I had to take 3 times a day.
Because it's looking at all the different pieces.
It's terrible.
There's about 10 pieces.
Oh,
So I
goodness,
want
wait
you
till-
to
wait till he
really
finds
help
out
me
just
with
how many.
everything.
Yeah, there's a lot here. So, and this one we'll talk about.
Definitely.
That's a little bit
It's
concerning.
a very
Okay.
bad one.
So I'm going to put this down. We'll go over this again later
All right.
after the
Thank
exam.
you, John.
Thank you, Nurse
Thank
Gordon.
you.
I'm going to put this right here because I want to get back to it again.
Yes.
Okay.
Now go and help my
And she
Nellie.
has gotten herself into the right shirt.
Thank you, Nurse
So
Gordon.
she will be ready for you to take a
You
look.
bet.
Hello,
Okay.
doctor.
Are you comfortable?
I am.
Would you
Thank
Okay.
you.
Would you like
I said the gown's a bit large, but
A little
she
It
said
is.
she'll be comfortable.
It is.
While we're
And
waiting?
Fanny was supposed to clean them the other night and
because we have some
at least give it to the service, and I don't think they've got to, so I appreciate your
All right.
understanding.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do, there's certain areas that I'm going to palpate, and I'm just
Okay.
curious if any of them are tender at all.
All
okay?
right, yes.
So I'm going to come over to this right side here, and I'm going to go in very easy. How's that in that area?
It's a little sore.
Okay, and I'm going to go up a little bit to this spot.
Oh, there's
just
a little more
cherry
there.
Okay.
Yes.
And how about
Just
right
because you
underneath
Oh,
the
how
diaphragm?
gorgeous.
It's very
My
small.
Right in the
very
middle.
favorite.
Now that area, when I go over to the left a little bit,
Lovely.
and then over to the left, is one side worse than the other?
I'd have to say probably the left side.
Okay. Now I'm going to tap a little bit.
for the family.
Does discomfort there?
A little bit.
Now when I tap there, do you feel any
Haven't
discomfort
seen each other in
further
such a long
away
time.
from where I'm tapping?
Delicious.
Could we tap a little bit more?
Sure.
A little. There's a,
Okay. And how about very low here?
That's not as bad.
Not too bad. And
Not
then
as
low
bad.
low to the right?
That's not as bad as the
And
left
then I'm
side.
going to come back up again.
Oh,
Up right
Yes,
there.
right,
Okay.
right.
So there's okay, we'll go over the results of this
All
too.
right.
And I'm going to have you open up your mouth. I'll look in there. I want to just look at the color of the tongue. Okay, that's good. Okay, it's got a little bit of a coating there.
yes.
Okay, and I just want to take a look at your nails real quickly. Okay, good. All
Is there
right,
anything
great.
you wish to
Well,
make
thank
me
you.
record?
Yes, we have some tenderness in the left upper quadrant and the right lower abdominal quadrant, and not much rebound tenderness, and a little tightness under the diaphragm. Okay,
diaphragm.
and there's a light colored coating on the tongue.
Oh.
And the nails have some discoloration on them as well. Okay? Mm-hmm. And that's it. Thank you. So I'm going to let you get dressed.
All right.
Then I'm going to have you come back out and we'll talk
And I
more
will-
about all that.
Very good. And I must say, I truly need to address some things about Aunt Lizzie's medication.
We're going to go over Lizzie's medication.
All right.
I reviewed it a little bit with her, and we'll
Good.
go through it in more detail.
Oh, good.
You know,
All right.
I'll wrap up what we did with you here, and then we'll do that.
All
So
right.
you get
I
dressed,
shall be out shortly.
and I'll meet you out front.
At the moment. Thank you.
Okay.
Ah, treats. That must have been
yes.
nice.
Oh, we have more.
Okay. So she's
over-
going to get dressed and then come back out. And then
Yes.
I just want to go over the results of the exam with Nellie. And then
yes.
we're going to, I don't have time for full exam for you, but I at least want to go over the medications, get a little bit of the history, and see what's happening. And then we can come up
Thank you very much.
with somewhat of an approach
All right.
that makes sense. So,
Okay.
and that pastry was okay?
Delicious.
Good.
Excuse me,
I'm glad you
Doctor.
enjoyed it. Okay, great. All right. So, a couple of things happening. There's certainly a lot of tension here, which goes along with our concern about the dyspepsia.
Yes.
And there's a little bit in the lower part. And I know that we haven't talked about it yet, but I think the lower part has more to do with some
you.
of your...
I don't truly think I could. I'm so sorry.
I'll have some later. Thanks, Nurse Gordon. So that lower part, you haven't really told me much about it yet, but I know that there's been some issues having to do with your female.
Right. Well, of course, now that I'm married, Tommy and I have talked about having children.
You just don't talk about it. You do something.
Oh, Aunt Lizzie, you're embarrassing me. But I wanted to make sure, of course, that I had you as my doctor to be checking everything. I've had a lot of abdominal pain, a great deal of abdominal pain, cramping, and then I've had some irregular bleeding.
So these symptoms are coming every day or more monthly?
I would have to say monthly, but I never know how bad it's going to be or when it will happen. It happens several times a month.
Now, is the bleeding normal or?
Actually, it's very, very heavy.
Okay.
And it happens many times during the night, and I wake up and it's...
That makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah. So the reason why I ask is where it is actually tender is right around the uterus in that area. And I suspect that there may be some issues having to do with what they used to call hematoma, but more likely what they now call adenomyoma, which is where there's a little bit of extra tissue in the uterine area. It can cause some cramping, bleeding, and sometimes it can go over into the bowel, and we want to be careful about that.
Yes.
So we're going to have another exam for that, more specific, because we want to, there's things we could do naturally to avoid surgery. And we want to avoid surgery so that we can increase the chances that you and Tommy can have some children.
Yes,
and I feel very positive about that.
Thank you.
And I have a feeling that whatever we do to address the digestive issues and some of the stress that you're having will calm things down, and that this new word we have now called hormone, which is some new research coming out, I think that's going to be part of the issue.
All right.
And there are some things, some herbs we can look at, and also some pituitary glandular extracts. So we just have to decide if it's the anterior part of the pituitary or the whole gland itself, but we'll figure all this out. And what I would do in the meantime is have some, if you write down raspberry tea.
That sounds
twice per day.
quite lovely.
And any blood tests?
Not at this time. We're going to wait till the next part of the exam, but we do want to, well, you've already written down about the drink to put down.
Right.
And what I'd like you to do also is take some, go back and forth between the raspberry tea and the chamomile tea.
All right.
All right, because I think some calming will be well worth it
You have
too.
a lot of chamomile in the garden.
And we're going to
I
put
do.
Yes.
in just 2 small parts of motherwort into the tea also.
Motherwort, okay.
Motherwort. Motherwort.
And the chamomile tea will help me when Tommy's away to keep me a little bit more at ease.
Yes, and this will just have a nice calming effect. It'll calm down the whole system. And if we can calm that down, calm down the digestion, then we'll see what happens with the the female issues, because many times they start to calm down with that.
Thank you,
So this is to calm down the stomach as well as calming down the intestinal and uterine areas?
Exactly.
Okay.
And will you be having Nurse Gordon contact me as to when you would like me back for the examination?
Yes. Okay. So I'd like to go over, I know we don't have a time full exam, but I do want to go over a little bit about some of the medications. But first, tell me a little bit about how you've been feeling.
When I take certain medications, one makes me have double vision. One morning I woke up and I looked at my husband and there was 2 of them there. I said, oh my goodness, I've married twins. My husband said, don't be so silly, Lizzie.
Well, that's concerning on a few counts.
And she doesn't seem to want to part with her elixir.
Yes. Now, here's one of my concerns is, now would you be concerned about not taking some of these?
Oh, definitely. I want you to guide me.
Okay.
Now, I'll tell you what's happening to me when that one there. When I take that, I fall asleep, don't I, Nellie?
You do. She's fallen asleep in the middle of the day.
Now, this is laudanum, and this is something that has to be done just once in a while.
Once in a
when
while?
needed. Not every day.
The doctor told me to take it 5 times a day.
No, because you would be very tired, you would be sleeping in and out all the
I
time.
was sleeping all the time.
And I think some of your dizziness
You are sleeping a lot, Aunt Lizzie.
is due to this.
And
so this is only
you've fallen
when your
several
pain
times.
is very, very bad. All right, so this we're going to stop. And these 2 here make a lot of sense. I'm going to have you take those because those actually have a wakening effect and a tonic effect.
That one there, I couldn't go to sleep.
Now, there's something here with some arsenic that they're giving you.
Arsenic?
I don't know what that's
a
for.
poison.
Yes, isn't
Okay.
it for the rodents?
You tried to poison
I
me?
think this got into the wrong box. So we're going to definitely take that out of
Oh,
there.
really?
Okay?
You tried to poison me.
No, I think that was a mistake, I'm sure. So, but sometimes all these bottles get carried away, so we have to be careful with
And
that.
then there's that one in the middle. I took that and I fell down the stairs.
This one has
Well-
a too calming effect also, so you want to be careful with that. So,
Not to worry, Aunt Lizzie. He's going to look into all these. He's going to put you on a regimen, so the next time we come in, he'll have a regimen all ready for you. All right?
Oh,
And then,
good.
doctor, you can tell me which ones of that we can write up.
we're on the way out. If you can
Yes.
set up an appointment with both, and I want a full exam. Dr. Johnston's going to do the exam on Nellie for the full gynecological exam. Then we'll be giving you the lab tests, and I'll do the next exam on you. Okay, and we want to do this in the next 2 weeks.
Thank
okay?
you, Doctor.
So it was a pleasure
Thank you.
seeing you
It's a
both
pleasure
again.
seeing you.
Okay?
Thank you.
Have a great
Give
day.
my
and we're
best to your
gonna
wife.
get everybody feeling
Thank
better
you.
and help you guys make a family. Okay?
Thank you, Doctor.
Have a
Thank
very
you.
nice trip back.
Thank
Now,
you.
it's
Thank
good
you.
to see you again. Give Tommy and William my best.
I
okay?
shall. I shall.
You bet.
He's-
Nurse Gordon, I'll come back. I have to meet somebody for lunch, and I'll come back after
Would
that.
you like your coat?
Yes, that would be
I'll
lovely.
get your coat and
As much as I don't like wearing that coat, sometimes you have to put it on.
Keeps you warm.
It does. And I'm going to take that and I'll put everything on in the anteroom.
We didn't do the eye test.
Okay. Thank you very much, Nurse Gordon. Thanks.